what I think. I'm coming to your treat. I hope you like it. Only you and me. I live in what I feel. I'm coming to your life. I hope you like it. Only you and me. We don't care about having much. We only need sweet dreams. So love and fun. Together we need to feel free.
Love is at the heart of everything we do. Follow yours and discover what you love.
Driving a pink Cadillac, things always happen, whether it's people honking at you or seeing it and backing up. You know, all the people that drive down the road just thumbs up and that type of thing.
I'm always getting people looking to say, is it really pink? Especially the workers on the side of the road. They put their sunglasses down and you can read their lips. Is that a pink Cadillac?
A lot of guys notice the pink Cadillac, sometimes more than women.
A pink Cadillac.
You drive around, you wonder why people are always staring at you, and then you realize, oh yeah, that's right, I'm in a pink Cadillac.
I always fall in love with it every single day. I'll see some little girls just looking and staring. Their mom will roll down the window and she'll say, my daughters, they're looking at your car and they think you're Barbie. And I'll say, hi, I am.
All right. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome to our Pink Dreams pajama party. So we have already been laughing and having fun. So just before y'all came on here, we were all about in tears. So isn't that how a great pajama party is with your girlfriends, right? Is that you tell funny stories, you share memories, and you make moments. And so we're inviting you into our Pink Dreams pajama party tonight. So these are my girlfriends from all over the country. We have a bunch of different states represented, and we're just going to tell some stories. And so thank you for joining us, whether you're watching live or watching later. We'd love to see your comments. Tell us where you're watching from, who invited you, and stay tuned because we have a secret code word that we will reveal at the end, and that is your key to getting in the prize giveaways because we're going to give away some fabulous Mary Kay products. Who likes Mary Kay products that are free, and a fun Kendra Scott gift as well. So stay tuned for the end. We'll give you the code word, and then you'll also get a little feedback form where you enter the code word and give us your feedback on tonight, and that gets you entered in the drawing. And you have through the end of this month to do that. So welcome once again. And we're just going to kind of take turns getting to share a little bit with you. Our goal is that you laugh and you have fun and you're uplifted, right? So the goal is positivity and girl time, which we all need in this crazy world that we're in. And hopefully you learn a little bit more about Mary Kay as well. And so even just looking at us without knowing anything else, you can see we are all different. We are all different. I can tell you right now, we have different personalities. We have different backgrounds. We have different stories. And yet each one of us has had the privilege of building a very successful Mary Kay business and driving a free Mary Kay career car and blessing our family with that savings. And so saving our family tens of thousands of dollars by not having to have a car payment, not having to have insurance costs and car maintenance costs. And even most of our gas is a tax deduction because of the mileage we get to write off. And this year especially, woohoo, yay. So, you know, it's not that bad when gas goes up. It just means we get a better tax write-off. So we don't mind it too much. But just get to learn. And I encourage you to find something in common with one of these women as they're sharing. You know, look for something that you have in common with her, that you find a connection, that you say, we have that alike. And so definitely say hi in the comments, interact with us. We wish we could all be together in the same room, but this is the next best thing. So hopefully you have something to drink. We have my pink water bottle even. We all decked out in our favorite pink clothes. We had to dig to find them sometimes. Look, see, we all have pink in our drink. There you go.
Yes, my sparkling water has pink on it.
Pink on it. See? Very good. Because it is National Pink Day. You didn't know that there was actually a holiday, and we and Mary Kay have claimed the holiday for us. So it is National Pink Day, celebrating pink and pink dreams, dreams that we had when we started, dreams that have gotten to come true from Mary Kay, and dreams that we get to continue dreaming as well for our family. So I'm going to kick it off to my girlfriend, who has the best stories. I'm telling you what, anytime that you are in this woman's presence, you will laugh, you will smile, you will feel better about yourself. Every single person that knows her is so grateful that they know her because she brings such joy and energy to their life. And my world would not be the same without this woman in it. Our paths crossed because of Mary Kay. I can't even imagine if I had never got to meet her over 20 years ago. So we have grown up together, done life together, and she could entertain us all night. Really, we could just give her the microphone and all of us could just listen to her stories and just laugh. And that would be enough because she's the best. So September, girl, take it away and get us started for our pajama party, friend.
Well, let it be clear that my entire unit and most of my customer base is currently praying that will not embarrass them. But you know, Rachel said we were laughing up until we went live. So I think you guys should get a peek. We said you're going to peek into pink. So I think you guys should see what we're laughing about. So one of my lands has a short in it. And so it's like I'm in a club. So I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. Don't you guys think? I think it's extra professional. I think we should start a new trend for online videos. And we can all do it together, y'all. I think it's great. I think we should leave it on. I think I should leave it on. Maybe not. Okay. So my job, you guys, I want you to know that you too can drive a pink Cadillac. It's so funny. Our personal story, we've earned 11 cars in Mary Kay, 6 of them pink Cadillacs, and multiple ages and stages of my life as an adult woman have had a pink Cadillac. And it's everything from, let's see, one time I locked my baby in the pink Cadillac in July in Texas. Thank God it was on and the air conditioner was on high. I was also 8 months pregnant. And so it involved some firemen and a lot of people watching and a very frightened 17-month-old. So that was fun. Or maybe the time that I put my cell phone on the top of my car, got my kid in the car seat, and then drove off and saw my cell phone bouncing on the road. But you know, you got to make sure and get your cell phone. So I pulled over and 8 months pregnant, same week. It was a rough week. Got out of the car, ran. Can you imagine 8 months pregnant? Ran. This was an access road of an interstate. And almost made it to the phone to get it in time before a truck made it go in a million pieces. So there's just a couple of things. But the one thing that my daughter wanted me to share with you guys tonight is the time that I had a couple kids in elementary school and a couple kids with me. And we were just making a quick trip to the grocery store before picking up the elementary kids. No big deal. Well, my son at the time was about 15 months old and he wanted to help mommy push the button of the pink Cadillac after we put the groceries in. So of course I let him because I'm a cool mom. So I put all the groceries in. I put my purse right there so that I could pick up my son and let him reach to the button. And he does. Well, I learned something special about these fancy pink Cadillacs is if you have the remote, you know, because there's no key. If you have the remote in just this one little special spot in the trunk, there's just one little special spot, but there's a special spot that if the remote is in that trunk, the trunk will close, but the car will not unlock, even though the remote is there, which normally it would. So my phone, my purse, my remote, everything is groceries in the car, locked. Thankfully, I had my 2 children and I had to go get my kids. And you guys, they charged $1 a minute if I was late to get my kids. And so I'm like, ah! So I run inside to the grocery store. Was I pregnant? No, I wasn't pregnant this time. But I run inside and the manager who knew us from me shopping there so much says, you can take my car. So my kids are like, we're taking Mr. Aaron's car. Yes, we're taking his car. So he gives me his keys. He's like, I got it for only $800. You're going to love it. Can you drive a stick? I'm like, yes. So then I put my 2 kids in his car. You guys, it was one of those little miniature cars before minis though. It was like a miniature. Like, I don't think they make them anymore. I forgot what brand it was, but there was not room for 3 car seats in the back, but there wasn't even room for 2 car seats. We made 2 car seats fit. So it's a standard. It's fine. He also lets me know that even though it's a new car, it doesn't go in reverse. So if you back up out of the parking lot, you have to figure out, you can't back up. So you can't park. So you have to figure out a way. So I go to carpool. They're used to seeing a pink Cadillac in the carpool line. Oh no, it's a turquoise miniature car. My babies are doing good though, because they're in his kids' car seats in the back seat. And I pick up my kids. There's no room for them to sit. There's no room for them to sit because I have 4 children and it's miniature car. And there are 2 car seats in the back. And so my one kid is sideways in the back of the turquoise car trying to get in. Mommy, what do I do? And so then we have to park the car to buckle in, but I forgot that it doesn't go in reverse. So I parked the car. And so then we had to get some of the dads in the parking lot. I had to wave them down to get them to push the car while in neutral back to reverse, to then get back to the Aldi to Mike. Actually, no, because I didn't have a remote. So my husband had to meet us at the grocery store. So everyone was confused. They thought it was someone abducting my children in the miniature turquoise car. But I mean, really, I think that we should give the grocery store props because the manager came to the rescue. You guys, that's only a couple of examples of things that have happened in the pink Cadillac. So let's just say I learned, not the hard way, but I learned that I should not have my name and phone number on my car. So yeah, so there you go. So did you guys know that crazy things happen to people in pink Cadillacs? They do happen to me. And if you want to hear more stories, you'll have to tune in to another one because I have plenty more. Most of them aren't PG. So you'll have to come back another time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was good. We're just going to let you keep going the whole night, girlfriend.
Hey, and you drive a 6 shift. That's what I want to know. Raise your hand if you can drive a 6 shift. It's a dying art. Only cool people drive 6 shifts. Oh, Rachel. Can't believe it.
I know what you're supposed to do, but I do not do that very well. No, definitely not. I know. They tried to teach me. It didn't go very well. So I haven't tried that again. Thank goodness Mary Kay just gives us a free car.
But you know what's so fun, you guys?
I started driving, really.
Yes, and my oldest is 16 now, and that happened when I think she was 7. And so she remembers that happening because it was traumatic. It was traumatic, but in a funny way. So she's the one who reminded me about that experience. So we make memories, right?
It's a character building. Those are character building for your kids, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to say as parents?
Yes.
It's the character building opportunity.
We are find a way, make a way people. So
that's right.
Okay, what can we do to make the situation work? And they learn. It's all about, because they're like, Mommy, you took the grocery manager's car? Like he just let you have the keys? Oh yeah,
That's actually pretty impressive, September, that like you had enough rapport. I don't think any grocery store that I drive at, the manager would hand me his car keys. Like
I make friends everywhere I go. What can I say?
You do make friends everywhere. Good enough friends that they will give you their car. Maybe he was hoping it'd be stolen because then he could get insurance on it.
Well, it's only worth $800 though, so that was the thing. I was like, wow, only $800. That's shocking.
Great deal.
So I think before I pass it on to my next friend, Brittany, I think that we should end my time with some more.
Okay, there you go. Dance break. Everyone do your dance moves.
Come on, that's a good idea. Everybody at once, because like we have all these squares. It's like the Brady Bunch. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
it's like the disco ball right here. Here you go. Woo, we do not have any fun at all. No fun.
No. And now I get to introduce my great friend Brittany. She's fabulous. So I'm in the Texas area, and Brittany is not. Brittany's in Georgia. And so, Brittany, I'm throwing you the baton all the way from Texas to Georgia, friend. Your turn. Woo woo!
Yay! Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, you guys! You guys can't see on your side, but on our side, we have to all be muted because we're all laughing so hard. You would not be able to hear September otherwise. That's why we're like mime laughing at you, because we had to all mute ourselves because we were laughing so hard. I saw somebody saying in the comments that she was laughing so hard that she was in pain. So there you go, September. So I get to take it back to a more serious note tonight and tell you guys a little bit about how Mary Kay has impacted my family. And the first thing that I can say about that is that I wouldn't have my son without Mary Kay. when I started my Mary Kay business, I had no idea that I have an ovarian condition that makes it very difficult for me to get pregnant. And we were able to pay for all the fertility treatments that we didn't know we were going to need with Mary Kay money. And we didn't have the extra money for that kind of thing when I started my business. So that is, just a tiny piece that ended up being such a huge thing for me and my family. And then when Noah came, he decided to come almost 6 weeks early. And we had people all across the nation praying for us, sending us gifts. Hannah actually did like a fundraiser with her customers for us so that they could bring us like preemie clothes and money for food at the hospital and stuff like that. She actually brought us Chick-fil-A and put like extra cash that her customers had given for us down in the bag, and we almost threw away like a bag of cash because we didn't know it was in there, because she was afraid we wouldn't take it if she told us that she was giving it to us. And fast forward to now, well, and by the way, with that I know of, there were people praying for my son and his health in 3 countries that I know of through that, because of people that we knew in Mary Kay. And then fast forward to now, my son is 4 and he is working on all kinds of different things. And he sees that it's the end of our year for Mary Kay right now, and sees me doing like all these charts and things for counting things down and coloring things in. And he thinks up of something he wants to do, that he wants to do consistently, so that he can color in a chart and track with me. And it's the most incredible thing to see a child so young set a goal and work towards it. Because I think that's something that we don't really like learn to do anymore. We don't learn to dream, and we don't learn to like decide this is what I want to do and then work towards it. And so that is a huge gift that Mary Kay has given my family, that we didn't even know we needed when we started Mary Kay, really. So that's my story. I'm keeping it more short and sweet. September can have my extra time to tell another story. And I get to pass it on to my friend Jessica. And Jessica has been like one of my Mary Kay mamas in this business, like big sister, best friend. I'm throwing the baton from Georgia all the way up to Ohio to you, Jess.
Yay. Well, thank you. I know. So I'm coming to you from Troy, Ohio. We are a small town here, and enjoying some beautiful cooler weather for like one day. And then it's back up like to the 90s. I know the Texas girls are like, we'd love to have 90s, you're like in the hundreds, so it's whatever, but it's summer and it's hot, and I have 5 kids. And so we are outside a lot. My husband is currently building a mega batting cage situation. We'll just call it that. So if you live in driving distance of Troy, Ohio, come over, bring your whole family. We got a batting cage. We're adding a sprinkler misting system to it for next weekend because we're hosting 4th of July. And so just come on over. It's always a party at the Williams. And I am going to tell a serious story, but I want to tell a funny one too. One of my kids' friends came over for the very first time. This is like years and years ago. And his mom was like, were you good? And he was like, I didn't have to be. They didn't have any rules. And so, so that's always the running joke with our friend group is, there's no rules at the Williams house, which of course is not true because we're all alive, all 7 of us. So there has to be rules. But we do have a lot of fun around here, and we live life big. And so of my 5 kids, we have a 17-year-old daughter, and then we have a 14-year-old son, and then we have an 11-year-old daughter, a 10-year-old son, and an 8-year-old daughter. So 3 girls and 2 boys. And my oldest son, Michael, is who I wanted to kind of share a little bit about the ways that Mary Kay people have impacted my life. And Brittany kind of shared a little bit about that too. And we've been in a similar situation with Michael, actually more than once. I'm like, poor guy, but he was my preemie. So he was born at 28 weeks and spent 90 days in the NICU at birth. And so in that time was a big rallying of both my Mary Kay team and my Mary Kay sisters of what can we do to help and things like that. And then this spring in February, Michael got diagnosed with leukemia. And so it's a rare form of leukemia. It's called APML. And it is like a serious, like aggressive onset. But then with the treatment, it is actually curable. And so, but in the time that we were like just whirling and like couldn't find the ground, things are so crazy. If you've ever had a loved one in the midst of that trauma, I know some of the girls in our team have had recent trauma with family members. And so it's just so scary because you don't know what's happening. And so it was so nice to have our Mary Kay sisterhood and all of them come around us and support us and pray for us. And September and Rachel sent us these like 3 giant boxes of like donuts and cookies. We were like giving them to all the staff at the hospital because it was like more than we could possibly eat. But it was so fun, such a blessing. And Rachel also helped coordinate a bunch of Mary Kay directors that you're looking at and beyond that pitched in to give us a gift card for a cleaning service. And so that was amazing. They like hired the cleaning service, scheduled them to come. They had to come 2 days because my house was so messy. So as you can imagine, with all 7 of us, and we had been maybe in the hospital for a couple days or maybe a week at that point. And so it was, pretty dirty. And so we were very grateful to be able to have that very practical way of supporting and encouraging us and blessing our family in that way. And so we're kind of maybe more than halfway through the treatment because he started in February and it's an 8-month treatment. And so I am still very blessed by all of our Mary Kay sisters that are continuing to pray for us and customers. I know many of you watching fall into that category. And so thank you for all of that support and encouragement. And I just can't imagine, what people do without, first of all, God and, and Jesus and that our relationship with him, that carrying us and, all those prayers and support. But then second, a community like this and, this sisterhood that we have, they're all across the miles, not, September and Marie live sort of close, but the rest of us don't at all. Hannah and I are sort of close, like an hour and a half, but, not that close. And so, but we are just there for each other. And so, we would love for you to be a part of this community. If something, tugs on your heart and you're like, okay, put me in. I don't know what it is, but I want to be a part of it. We love this community and this sisterhood. So thanks for tuning in tonight. And we're glad that you're here.
Oh, what a great story.
Who's next? Rachel. Okay. So Rachel, I already told you like great braggy things about how she loves big out loud with all of her gifting. And that's just always Rachel. Any of you that know her know that is so true. And so we are actually cousins-in-law, I guess you could say. I married her cousin, and she's the person that personally shared Mary Kay with me, as a customer, and I came as a guest to an event. And then, I was like, yeah, kind of like something like this. I just saw the fun and the camaraderie. And so I'm like, put me in. I want to be a part of this. And so, so I just love Rachel. We, our family, but then this Mary Kay opportunity has really connected us in sisterhood and just closeness too. So I'm very grateful for you in my life. And she's coming from Kentucky. So
what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth state, right? Our 4th state.
Yes,
and we'll have 2 more coming. So that's really fun. All of us are here today because of one person. And that one woman is named Mary Kay Ash. And at every single time that we gather to share the story of Mary Kay, it all began with her story. So I'm going to just pause a quick 60 seconds here and let y'all just have a sneak peek into the woman, Mary Kay Ash.
You can do it. These 4 powerful words, instilled in Mary Kay Ash as a child, fueled an unshakable confidence and belief in limitless possibilities. This belief carried her through childhood challenges, propelling her from a young girl of humble means with responsibilities far beyond her years to a sales phenom. But for Mary Kay, true success meant creating a full life. As a single mom and driven businesswoman, she believed women could have it all. And she taught her children that with enthusiasm and hard work, anything is possible. She would prove it. After years of being dismissed by male colleagues for thinking like a woman, Mary Kay doubled down on that strength. She not only shattered the glass ceiling, she built a ladder, determined to help others reach their highest potential. She created a company for women to feel confident, beautiful, and connected with the support of her family and a dedicated girl tribe. This game-changing business sealed Mary Kay's status as an icon. And through her timeless legacy, Mary Kay continues to empower women to dream big and ignite success. Women fueled by 4 words. You can do it.
Yay! Ooh, it is truly an incredible honor for each one of us to get to carry on the legacy of one woman, Mary Kay Ash, who dared to dream about an environment where women were celebrated and not just tolerated, where moms could have unlimited earning potential and still have their priorities of faith first, family second, and career third. And as a single mom, she struggled and she knew what hardship was like and loss was like, and not having the support, not having the pink tribe of people. And so when she was 48 years old, when many people would think about slowing down, that's when she began her dream. And there's countless stories of people that started and created a great legacy and impact even later in life. And so many of us started when we were I think most of us started when we were pretty young in Mary Kay and have kind of grown up in the business. And every single day we are grateful. We're grateful for what we get to do, for the women's lives that we get to be a part of, for the relationships that we've gotten to gain from this business. I don't think any single one of us probably started this business wanting to gain what we have now. It, maybe started just for some extra money, or it looked fun, or just a need in our life for some more flexibility or freedom. And I know we would each say that we have gained far, far, far more than what we could have even imagined. And you're looking at this circle of people, of this tribe of women, that we do life together. It is not just that we work, we live and co alongside each other, as you heard, in life situations, because life is life, and life is hard at times and challenging. And, one of the things that I'm so grateful for that I gained from my Mary Kay business is life skills. I didn't know as an 18-year-old college student that I was going to need life skills. I just needed some money because I was broke. But from being in a place where I was poured into, where I was invested in, where I got to learn who God made me to be and what are my gifts and my strengths. And I got to be mentored by women that had the beliefs and values that I did, and that I wanted to be like as a mom, as a businesswoman, as a wife, and getting to be around those people. Then I got to learn those things from them and then be able to model them within our family. I think that the longer you live, the more difficult situations you're going to encounter, hardships and challenges and curveballs, like Jessica mentioned, and, things that are unexpected. But being in an environment like this, that you're able to grow personally, you develop emotional management. You develop the ability to be present with someone in a hard situation, but not have it totally take you out. To be able to come alongside someone to support a family member, a friend who's going through something challenging, and to be strong for them. Not that it's not hard for you, that you learn those coping skills and those things that you don't learn in school. No one teaches that to you. Healthy boundaries in relationships, how to have difficult conversations. And really, if you're a mom or you're a grandma or you're an aunt and you have kids in your life, getting to pour into them what's been poured into you. You can't give away what you don't have. And if you don't have confidence, you can't help other people be more confident. If you don't know who you are, you can't let other people help them know who they are. And so I'm so grateful that, when life's challenges have come, I've gone through seasons. I'm in a season now as my mom has a terminal illness. And so I've been able to work less and be present more and still provide for my family with a great income, but be present with my family where I need it as well. And I've learned these skills in Mary Kay that help me be able to coordinate help and be able to make phone calls and put systems in place and, organize things that I probably would not have known how to do if I hadn't had these many years of doing those things in Mary Kay, that now those same skills get to apply in a personal life situation. And just walk alongside and be intentional about making memories and creating experiences with our family that are going to be really special. Even as simple as knowing technology and how to record a video or record audio and then be able to share it and save it for future. I mean, those are things I, probably wouldn't have had to learn if I had continued on the path of being a nurse, not to the same level as what I've had in Mary Kay. And being able to have those skills and then really being able to pass those on to our kids. Being able to see my kids, I have 2 in college and now the other 2 just graduated high school, so they'll all be in college now this next year. Beginning to see them spread their wings and fly and experience other countries. My daughter is in Argentina right now by herself, exploring and traveling in the country of Argentina, because I had confidence poured in me. I can help her develop that confidence and create these experiences. I was reminded as I was, we were talking about tonight, I have saved as a favorite picture in my phone this text that I got from one of my sons, Malachi. And this is when he was in middle school. So he was probably like 11 at the time. And in Mary Kay, our fiscal year ends on June 30th. So that's why this is a big deal for us in the month of June. Okay. So this is our last week of our chasing down some big goals and excitement. And so that's part of why we love having you on here. Thank you. So it's always exciting. And, we're doing a lot of things, to culminate and finish what we started at the beginning of the year. And so my kids have known that. They've only ever known Mary Kay. And so they know that June, Mom is working more and a little busier and always shooting for a goal of something that we're tracking and we're learning. Just like Brittany was saying, her son learned the tracking charts and, the importance of goal setting. And so I remember this text that my son sent me on a July 1st a few years ago. And this is what he said as a middle school boy. He said, "Dear Mom, if you made your goals, then great. I knew you could. But if you didn't, just know that all your hard work pays off no matter what. I'm cheering your team on, and I will always believe in you. I love you. And all of the Bullocks butterflies, I know that one day will spread their wings and fly, and your hard work will be changing other lives. I had hope and faith you could reach your goal, but if you didn't, that's okay, because God has a plan in a better way." And I go, I don't know many middle school boys that talk like that. And it's because he got to be in a pink home. And he saw me set goals. He saw me miss goals. And he saw me set new goals and make goals and miss goals and make goals. Because you don't always reach every goal that you set. And those life lessons are priceless that you can give children that you're around, children, grandchildren, nieces and nephews. That's what you get to give. It's so much more than lipstick and mascara. That's a very tiny bit of what we get to be a part of in this Mary Kay opportunity. So I get to pass it on to my friend, Hannah, who also has known her share of challenges and is an overcomer and is someone that is creating a beautiful future for her family with this business of Mary Kay. And Hannah's probably the someone that would say, I was the least likely person to ever think that I would be a Mary Kay girl and wearing pink and teaching about makeup and skincare, right, Hannah? But you do it beautifully because it is from the heart, because you are so genuine and authentic and just truly love helping people, as it showed in Brittany's story. So I would love to hear you get to share a little bit about your Mary Kay pink journey.
Absolutely. So, hey, everybody, I'm Hannah, and I'm tuning in from Chillicothe, Ohio. And it was really funny that Rachel earlier was mentioning the career cars because we have a cool thing called fleet insurance, which means if we drive a company car, we can drive any of the company cars. So, we all get to be together in Dallas next month, and I get to pick Rachel's pink Cadillac up because I'm not yet driving one. I'm in a Camaro in Kentucky and drive it to Dallas. So I'm very excited. I don't know how many friends will let you just borrow their car that is much cooler than yours. And so I actually stumbled into Mary Kay on accident after I had told Brittany that if she ever asked me to sell Mary Kay, I would find somebody else to buy Mary Kay from. So absolutely least likely to be on this video, let alone driving a company car. But something that I didn't expect was that when I did decide that I wanted to give Mary Kay a try, because I realized that I was basically doing Brittany's job for her by sending my friends to her, and realizing that she made a lot more money than I did. 50% commission is really easy math. I was like, well, I'll try it. And worst case scenario is I got a whole lot of stuff in my bag for a lot less than I was going to pay for it with Brittany. Best case scenario is that I can pay my rent and I won't be homeless now because I was a really broke college kid with not a lot of money. And so my goal was just to make an extra $200 a month to finish paying my rent. And I did that. And I picked it up a little more while I was in college, and I'd put it down if I needed to, if I had finals. But the really big thing for me was that Mary Kay was very flexible with all of my life circumstances, both through college and after I graduated. Even before I was a consultant, Brittany was the main person that ever checked on me when I was in the hospital because I have a lot of chronic health problems. And coming into Mary Kay, still my Mary Kay friends are the main ones that check on me when they realize that I'm in the hospital or having a lot of health issues. We've been virtual for the last few years, so we really haven't had to travel a lot, but I can remember events when I lived in Kentucky and Brittany lived in Kentucky that I would hold myself together long enough to go because I'd earned accolades and I wanted to be there and I wanted to cheer for my friends because that's a love language I love to give is celebrating other people. And I would be like timing when I could run to the bathroom to throw up next because I was getting sick. And then Brittany would drive me to the emergency room after and yell at me for choosing to go work when I should have been at home. But it's never been a second thought. I did an event in October. We went to Indiana and I got sick while I was there. And one of my mentors from Kentucky got in my Camaro and drove me from Indiana to Ohio, no questions asked, to make sure that I got home safely. And then somebody happened to be in Ohio driving back to Kentucky that took her home that evening. And the field that I was in previously, I would have exclusively been seen as an inconvenience. I would have lost my job for being sick too much, not having enough sick time, but it's never been a question here. Nobody thinks of me as less than. I didn't really have girlfriends before Mary Kay because everybody was really catty and self-serving, and people are my friend because they enjoy me as a human and I enjoy their company, which was very strange to me coming into this opportunity. I got several new health diagnoses in the last year, and I had called corporate at one point to say, I have this going on right now and I don't know what this means for me. Do you want me to step out of leadership? Because I would absolutely understand if you don't want somebody leading that's dealing with all of these life situations. And they were like, absolutely not. We want you to continue doing what you've been doing, and we want you to keep doing it to find your way to a stage because other people need to hear that. Because this company promotes diversity. They promote us not all being the same and fitting in the same mold and being different. And I absolutely love that I have found not only a safe place, but somewhere that I belong, not just fit, and that I have friends. People talk about like, I found my family. I have enough family, you guys. I don't know about anybody else. The word family like makes my left eye twitch because I don't need any more dysfunction in my life, but I need good friends. So I love that I have good friends now, like because they genuinely enjoy being around me because people like each other in Mary Kay. Mean people don't last very long here. So that is some of my favorite. And I get to pass it on to Marie, my friend Marie, who I got to meet when we went to the beach together last year.
And we slept in the same room is all we're going to tell you. And let me clarify and get it out of the way because it's a big elephant. I am not in lingerie. This is actually a sequin top. It was from September thought that I was in my lingerie. Okay.
Wait, Marie, this is for you. This is for you. Come on, Marie.
Well, you guys, I am for sure the lifer here and have the most years under my belt. I am the oldest also, so we'll just say that out loud. But I love this company, and I am a lifer. And I had the privilege of meeting Mary Kay Ash. And I'm 5'9", and she was maybe 5'1", 5'2" max. But you would have never known it, because she literally was bigger than life. And she makes you feel like you were the only person in the room. And so literally probably the highlight of my life in this company for almost 30 years now, I'll celebrate 30 years this year, was meeting Mary Kay Ash and spending time with her, just by ourselves. You know, it was my unit. It was a really special, exclusive crowd, and it was amazing. I actually am on deck to share like the funny lane, because I do have, of course, I mean, you've been in the company as long as I've been in the company. There are some funny stories. But I also really want to share a profound time in my Mary Kay business that would have not happened had I not been connected to this company. And we have a 7.5-year-old grandson who was born with a congenital heart defect in February of 2015. And we knew in September that this is what it was going to look like. And our children, my son and his wife, live up here by me in North Texas, and his surgery was going to be in Houston. And we knew that. His family, or my daughter-in-law's family's in Houston, and her aunt made room for her whole family. She went down early in January before he was due in February with their 2-year-old, and lived there until she went into labor. And as a mom of my son, knowing he would be the only harbored there, because it was her family that was in the South, all I could think of was I needed to be there to represent him and for him to have somebody to lean on. But I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't see my way clear to spend, who knows, an unlimited amount of money in a hotel. You don't really know what that's going to look like. You don't really know when you're going to go. It was all so many variables. And so literally the week before he was due, I posted in our Facebook directors group, and Lisa Allison, National Sales Director, sent me a private message, and she said, "You have a home in the medical district in Houston to stay as long as you need." And her parents, her mom and her stepdad, live in the medical district in Houston, and they literally welcomed me. I drove in the evening. It was dark. I hadn't seen my family yet. They pulled in. They were at the door. They both hugged me. They walked me upstairs, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. We had the run of the entire upstairs for as many of my family that needed to come and go, because my grandson was going to have 3 open heart surgeries in an unlimited amount. And we didn't know how many times or when they were going to come. We knew his first one would be very shortly after he was born. And so it came 9 days, and I spent a month there the first time and worked my Mary Kay business from there. My husband came and went a few times. We spent one of our anniversaries down there because Noah's birthday is February 11th and our anniversary is February 12th. And I'm still so, my heart is so humbled that her parents were so gracious that I could cry, but I'll try not to. Amazing Christian, generous people that came to the hospital, fed us, literally just, you just don't have that in the outside world. And I come from corporate, and it didn't look like that in my life in the corporate lane. And like I said, I've been in Mary Kay for almost 30 years. We have 4 adult children. Our oldest will be 42 this year, and it's an even year for us. Everyone's turning even. And we just celebrated our youngest son's, what would have been his 32nd birthday yesterday. He passed away in December of 2019. And September and my unit is alive today and thriving and wrapping up our very best year because of you. Sorry. So, but we made it through yesterday. Praise God. And so my funny story, I absolutely did the same thing as September with my Cadillac keys. I had no idea that would happen. I had a car full of women from career conference that we were piling in to leave career conference in a parking structure. And if you've ever been in a parking structure with a giant crowd that's leaving at the same time, it takes forever to get out anyway. We're loading all of our luggage in. And I didn't realize that my keys were in this particular bag in the back. And it absolutely, the back end, we closed it. It beeped. I was like, what was that? Praise God, though, Cadillac has really, really great service, and they remotely unlocked my car, even though it was in a parking structure and the cell tower wasn't great. They remotely unlocked my car for me eventually after I figured out how to do that. And it was just one of those moments where, you know, luckily it wasn't July, it was just March, and we could weather the storm inside a parking structure and wait for them to unlock it. So, so thankful. So thankful for our Pink family. And I love this event. This is my first time being a part of this event. So thank you, Rachel, for inviting me. This was fun. And I get to turn it over to I can just call her. She is my bed partner at the beach. Jody, we've never even met each other. And we got to share a bed together. But you guys, Jody, she has the biggest heart and has a beautiful voice. And you're going to love her. So Jody, it's yours, girl.
Thank you, Marie. Yes, we were buddies at the beach. So getting to be roomies. I love it. So much fun on that trip. So anyways, my name is Jody Reed. I'm from Joplin, Missouri. So another state that you get to add to the list of speakers today. Anyways, and it's so much fun that technology lets us all be together for this PJ party all across the country. So I've been with Mary Kay for 11 years now, and I get to drive a beautiful pink Cadillac too, and it's just absolutely gorgeous and love it. It's the real life Barbie car, and it is so much fun. So that's what my daughter has called it, is the Barbie car. So we're working on earning our car number 8 right now, which is super exciting as well. And anyways, I wanted to talk to you all about a couple of things, if you rewind 11 years ago, that almost held me back. So, because I was not who you probably would have picked off the streets to run a Mary Kay business, okay? I had a lot of acne issues with my skin going on. I kind of knew one look of makeup. And I had never run a business before, and I really was not that qualified to run a business because my degree is in art. So it doesn't sound exactly like someone you would pick to be successful in Mary Kay. But I was really curious. I was very, very curious about it. And anyways, but as I was going through that thought process of, should I try this or should I not? What should I do with this? I was really kind of almost talking myself out of it, which would have been the biggest tragedy ever, looking at what all has come out of it. But there were 3 things that almost held me back. So I want to walk you through those 3 things. So the first one was that I had never run a business before. So, and I did not feel qualified to run a business. The second one is I had just moved and I only knew like 2 people where I lived. And then the third thing that almost held me back was I was really scared. I was scared that I wasn't going to be good at this. I was scared that I was going to fail and that it was just not going to be anything that I could make sustainable. And so that fear was really just chattering in my mind as I was trying to make that decision. And I remember calling different people, worst mistake ever, and saying, what do you think I should do? And, you know, people that normally had opinions, it was such a God thing. They didn't give me an opinion on this, guys. They could have talked me out of it so easily right then, but God protected me from that. So don't ask for advice on it, guys. Don't ask people because it's your life, your dream. And anyways, I was like, wow, I'm really going to have to make this decision on my own. And so anyways, nervously, I said yes. Nervously, I said yes. And I want to walk you through each of those things that almost held me back and what I found to be true about those things. So it was really neat because I just had to take that step of faith and that boldness, and then some different perspectives were revealed to me about what was actually true. Okay, so get ready for this. What I found, okay, that I'd never run a business before, and that I was scared, and that I only knew 2 people. Okay, first of all, I'm going to start with the fact of being scared. What I found was I wasn't actually scared. What I found was I was really lacking a confident mentor to show me. And so that was not really true. Okay. It was just a little bit unknown. And so we have that mentorship in Mary Kay. And so Each of us that start Mary Kay get that gift of a confident mentor who has been there. It's a familiar road to her, and it's kind of like driving through a place that's new to you, but you've got someone next to you who's been there, and they're like, oh, I'm so familiar. I know what to do next. Oh, we're going to turn this way. Oh, road construction there? No big deal. I know the way around. And that was what it was like. Okay, so what I found too about that I'd never run a business before was that I was hungry to learn, and it was all stuff that could be taught. It was all stuff that could be taught. And so I was ready to do it. And I just learned step by step by step, just one baby step at a time. And so then the third thing is meeting people, okay? When they said, we'll teach you how to find customers, I believed them. I believed them because I only knew like 2 people. And you know what I found was that it really is one of the things that they can teach you that is teachable, and you can learn how to do it, and then you know how to do it. And do you know what else I found out? Is that is my very favorite part of my business, is that I get to meet so many new people every single day, and that I get to not just sell to them. Okay, that's not exactly our approach. That's not what we do. And that's not really sustainable to just be salesy to someone. We focus on the person in front of us, learning her life, learning about her kids, learning her pets' names, okay, learning about her life and connecting with her. And you guys, then we just show her what Mary Kay has to offer. Here's the products. Here is the business opportunity. Here is being a hostess and earning stuff for free. What fits your life? What fits your budget? What fits your time? What fits your needs with your skin? And we just plug those things in, but it's from a place of caring and a place of heart. And so that's what makes our customers come back to us and be loyal repeat customers, is because we do life with them, and they're excited to see us pull up in our pink car and hang out with them for a couple minutes as we drop off their goodies. So, well, I get to turn it over. I'm going to turn it back to Rachel next.
Oh, Jody, wow. So many good truths in there. I mean, gold nuggets and lessons for all of us. So thank you for just being transparent and sharing your stories and your thoughts and feelings, that I know so many have also had those as well over the years. And so all of us are wearing something called lipstick, right? Pink lipstick, or maybe lip gloss, right? Lipstick or lip gloss. So I want to close with this, is when is a lipstick more than a lipstick? Lipstick. Who knew the power of a lipstick? That Mary Kay, where we say we believe in lipstick, we can change the world, because it has. It's changed the world for each one of us, for our families, for other women's lives that we get to mentor, because Mary Kay Ash had a dream and she tied it to some lipstick. And it's so much more than lipstick. And so I hope you had fun tonight hanging out with us, and getting to have a little sneak peek into our pink world. And the goal is that you learn more about Mary Kay, that you hopefully smiled and laughed a little bit. And so I invite you to come alongside your consultant as she is working to finish a big goal. And she invited you to watch this because it's helping her with her goal. And so I'm going to give you the code word and the feedback form here in just a second. But there's 3 things that you could do to support your consultant even more. And number one would be to share her with your friends. Do a shout out on social media. If you're a customer and you wear Mary Kay and you love your Mary Kay products, post a selfie, post a picture of a favorite Mary Kay product, and tag your consultant. That is the best advertising that we could ever get, is for you just to say, this is what I love, and this is who can get you that product that I love. And just shouting her out on your social media, she would, I'm sure, have a present for you, just for a thank you for giving her a shout out. You can shop with your consultant. And of course, she has some great specials going on, so contact her for those details. She would really love to help you get your shopping done before June 30th. And there's some great deals on our Mary Kay skincare as well, because that is our most fabulous product, and you can score some great specials on that. So you can share her, you can shop with her, or you can start your own Mary Kay business and your own Mary Kay journey towards your own pink dreams. And right now, it's only $30, y'all. It's $30 to start your own Mary Kay business and just see if this is something that's a fit for you. If it could bring some positivity, some fun girlfriend time, some flexibility, some freedom, or even some extra finances into your life, possibly a free car in your driveway one day. The opportunities are endless. And so you can share, you can shop, or you can start. And we invite you to do all three of them. But we definitely would love to welcome you into our pink tribe. That Mary Kay business opportunity, I feel like, is better than it's ever been before. My 25 years in Mary Kay, Marie's 30 years, it has expanded, it has grown. You have the ability to work virtually, work in person, a little bit of both. You can really have the choice of how it just fits into your life. It's not that you have to rearrange your life around it. You just sprinkle it into everything that you're already doing, all the things that you already have on your plate. You just kind of sprinkle Mary Kay in there, just like little fairy dust, and it really just makes everything better and just give you some options and choices. So tonight's code word is, I put it here on my computer, so I did not forget to tell you, is dreams. What are your dreams? What are your dreams? Do you remember what they are? Has it been a long time since you've thought about them? You know, I think that's one of the greatest gifts that we've all gained from Mary Kay, is learning how to dream again and learning how to dream even bigger. Because other people's dreams are always tied to your dreams. For each one of us, our dreams were tied to someone else chasing after their dreams. Someone else stepping outside their comfort zone, trying something new, learning and growing, forever impacted our life. And when you do that, the ripple effect goes through generations. And when you choose to not put your dreams on hold, to dust them off if they've gotten dusty, to remember those dreams that God put inside of you, because you deserve to go after those dreams and to make them happen. And so we invite you, come dream with us, come be a part of our pink tribe. Thanks to our customers. We appreciate you. We love being your personal beauty consultant. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks for being here, everyone. We'll post in the comments or ask your consultant for the feedback form, and we're going to end with our dance party with September. Let's see your dance moves, everyone. So good night and pink dreams, everyone.
Bye, everybody.